Types of research. Research clarification. System 1, basic research, applied research. System 2, quantitative research, qualitative research. System 3, experimental research, non-experimental research. Research clarifications. Application of research study, pure research and applied research. Number 2, objective is undertaking the research. Descriptive, correlational, explanatory, exploratory. Number 3, inquiry, mode employed, structured approach, unstructured approach. The application of research study. From the point of view of application, there are two broad categories of research: pure and applied research. Pure basic research involves developing and testing theories and hypotheses that are intellectually challenging to the research, but may or may not have practical application at the present time or in the future. The knowledge produced through pure research is sought in order to aid to the existing body of research methods. Applied research. Applied research is done to solve specific practical questions for policy formation, administration, and understanding of a phenomenon. It can be exploratory but is usually descriptive. It is almost always done on the basis of basic research. Basic research, basic, pure fundamental research, discovery of new knowledge, theoretical in a nature, that many years for the result of basic research to find some practical utility. Applied research क्या होती है? Central purpose to solve an immediate problem, improve products or processes, improved products or processes, infer beyond the group or situation studied. Interpretation of result relies upon basic research. Objective of the research: A, descriptive, B, correlational, C, explanatory. Descriptive. Descriptive research attempts to describe systematically a situation, problems, phenomenon, or a service or a program, or provide information about, say, living condition of a community, or describe attitudes toward an issue. Descriptive research refers to research that provide an accurate portrayal of characteristic of. Descriptive research refers to research that provides an accurate portrayal of characteristics of a particular individual situation or groups. Descriptive research, also known as a statistical research. Descriptive studies are a means of discovering new meaning, describing what exists, determining the frequency with which something occurs, and categorizing information. Descriptive research deals with everything that can be counted and studied which has an impact of the lives of the people it deals with. For example, finding the almost frequent disease that affects the children of a town. The reader of a research will know what to do to prevent that the disease, thus more people will live a healthy life. Advantages. The people individual studies are unaware, so they act naturally or as they usually do in everyday situation. It is less expensive and time consuming than quantitative experiments. Collects a large amount of notes for detailed studying. As it is used to describe and not make any conclusion, it is to start the research with it. Disadvantages. Descriptive research requires more skills, does not identify cause behind a phenomenon. Response rate is low in this research. Result of this research can change over the period of time. B, correlational research. Correlational research refers to the systematic investigation or statistical study of relationship among two or more variables without any necessarily determining cause and effects. For example, to test the hypothesis, listening to music, lower blood pressure levels. There are two ways of conducting research: experimental, group samples and make one group listen to music, then compare the BP level. Survey, ask people how they feel, how often they listen, and then compare. Advantages. 1, can collect much information from many subjects at one time. 2, can study a wide range of variables and their interrelations. Number 3, study variables that are not easily produced in the library. Disadvantages. Correlation does not indicate causation, cause and effect. Number 2, problem with self-report method. Explanatory research. Explanatory research attempt to clarify why and how there is a relationship between two or more aspects of situation or phenomenon. Exploratory research is undertaken to explore an area where a little is known or investigate the possibilities of undertaking a particular research study, feasibility study, plot study. In practice, most studies are a combination of the first three categories. 3. Inquiry mode, structured approach, and B. Unstructured approach. Structured approach. The structured approach to inquiry is usually clarified as quantitative research. Here, everything that forms the research process, objective design, sample, and the question that you plan to ask of respondent is predetermined. It is more appropriate to determine the extent of problems, issues, or phenomenon by quantifying the variation. Unstructured approach. The unstructured approach to inquiry is usually clarified as quantitative research. This approach allows flexibility in all aspects of the research process. It is more appropriate to explore the nature of a problem, issue, or phenomenon without qualifying it. Main objective is to describe the variation in phenomenon, situation, or attitudes. In many studies, you have to combine both qualitative and quantitative approaches. Quantitative approach, numerical, measurable data, traditional or positivist approach, clearly stated question, rational hypothesis, developed research procedures, extraneous variables control, large samples, traditional statistic analysis. Quantitative, generally non-numerical data, typically anthropological and sociological research method, observation of a natural setting, in-depth description of situation, interpretive or descriptive.